Today on the podcast, we're talking about a few things you should know before you film your next music video. Video is all the rage these days and you want to get it right. We'll see you on the inside. What's going on, everybody? How's it going? You've reached the Songwriters Planner podcast. My name is Mike, creator of the Songwriters Planner. And thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate you swinging by. Thank you. If you have not had a chance to check out what the Songwriters Planner is, you can just visit the website, my website, songwritersplanner.com. Find out all about the 6-month planner, as well as check out all the podcasts that I have online. We are over 52 episodes now, I think, at this point, somewhere around there. And it's been a great year doing these podcasts. So thank you for joining me. I'd also like to mention that my podcasts are available on Spotify and Apple Music podcasts. iTunes is no longer. iTunes is being shut down, so don't look for me on iTunes. I'm going to be on Apple Podcasts. And so check that out. And you can also find all of these podcasts on my YouTube channel as well in video form, as I always say. And today, if you're doing that, I feel sorry for you because I have not shaved and you can definitely see my age creeping in. So we'll just leave it at that. Anyway, thank you if you have downloaded or subscribed to any of those platforms. I really appreciate it, as well as receive the newsletter that I put out every week, as well as these podcasts. Woo, that's a lot. I always try to get through those in the beginning of the podcast and get it over with, because I know you're not here to listen to me announce about how great this podcast is. You're here to listen to what I have to say about the topic today, as well as formulate your own thoughts about these things and give me feedback. This isn't a one-way street. I love to hear about what you have to say as well. So today's topic we're going to jump right into, and I'm very passionate about today's topic. I'm getting a little excited about it, I guess, as you can see or hear maybe. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but today's topic is about filming your own music videos. Now, that may sound very big and very overwhelming and very far-fetched, but I'm here to tell you that it is not any of those things. It is actually within your hands, within your grasp, affordable and doable by you. And I'm here to tell you that because in this day and age, video is all the rage. And it's almost as if you are an artist, a musician, a band, you cannot get away without doing some kind of video these days. You have to have almost some kind of video, whether it's on your social media channels or it's on YouTube, somewhere that you can post video. You almost have to have some kind of video format out there for people to watch, to not only hear you, but to see you and to see how you play and to see all this other aspects of you, not just your music. Whether you like it or not, that is the reality that we're living in this day and age. And I get it. I understand. I fully embrace video as a piece of or a tool that we can use as musicians to further our career ambitions or whatever it is. That's why you see GoPros being sold at Guitar Center or whatever you call it. I mean, video is going hand in hand with musicians and music. And this day and age, I've embraced that. I hope you embrace that to some extent. It's not natural for all of us to accept video as a form of media that we can now put out and that we're always comfortable with. We're not all comfortable with doing that. But if you want to be taken seriously as a serious artist and you want to move your career forward, or you just want to gain more fans, okay? We're not even talking about a full-on career. If you just want to gain more fans, putting video out is going to help you with that process. And it'll help you a lot faster than if you're just putting music out. There's just so much competition out there, and you have to embrace video as one of your aspects, if not the right second to your music. Video should be right up there. Creating music obviously should be first, creating and playing, and then doing video, some kind of video format should be very high on your list as to what you should be putting out into the world besides your music. Okay. And today we're talking about a few things you want to keep in mind if you're ready to shoot your own music video. Let's say you have a song written and recorded or whatnot, whether it's demo quality or album quality, whatever it is, you want to put it out there and you want to get creative and you want to do one of your own videos. You want to put something together that will hopefully get you new fans, get more people interested in you, who you are. Doing a video is kind of a big step for artists because it kind of says you're an established, I'm putting effort into this and I'm sending it out into the world, and you're just putting it out there for people to check it out. It's a big step. Now, videos don't have to be these huge, expensive investments that you have to put together. They can be very simple. They can be super, super simple. You got a phone, use your phone to capture video. You got a simple HD camera, use that. You got a GoPro, use that. It doesn't matter. You don't need to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on a video. You can still do that if you want, but you don't have to do that. Audiences, it's not really about how much money and how flashy your video is anymore these days. At one point it was, but I'm here to tell you right now that it's not about how flashy and how much money you spent on your video. It doesn't matter. People can see through how much effort and how genuine you are. And if that means you shoot a video using your phone, then that's what that means. I hope that gives you the confidence to at least take the next step into doing your own videos. And you don't have to feel like you have to go out and buy an expensive camera, or you have to go and hire a film crew and it's going to cost you thousands of dollars. You don't need to do that, okay? I really, as you can see, I'm very passionate about that, and I want to hammer that into the minds of musicians, because that is a cognitive change that we have to make, that we need to shift over, that it's in our hands, and we can make perfectly good videos on our own. Okay, so let's say you got your own song and you recorded it, you want to put a video together. What kind of video are you going to make? Well, it depends. You want to do a live performance? That's great. Those are my favorite kinds of videos. Do you want to do something that's a little more scripted, maybe more acted out? Those are always fun too. Do you want to do something where you do something on the fly, a little more interactive? It really comes down to whatever you feel you have the resources to do and the time to do. The more elaborate your video gets, the harder it's going to be to get everything coordinated and get it done. And remember, the key is to get your video done and to put it out on YouTube, to put it out on Facebook, to put it out on your social media channels. You don't want to get bogged down with, I got to rely on these people to get this done. I got to get these people done. Now, you want to make it so it's achievable. Make sure that the video you're going for is achievable and it's within some kind of budget. If you are spending any kind of money, that it's affordable. You don't want to go break the bank on a video. I will repeat that. You do not want to break the bank on a video. That's the last thing you want to do. Video is expendable, okay? Videos come and go every day. There's no need for you to go crazy with the costs on a video, because you know what, a month from now, you're going to want to do another one anyway. So it doesn't matter. So do what's right for you. Things you're going to need. Let's say you're going to do your own video. The things you're going to need: some kind of a camera, obviously. We've already covered what kind of cameras work. Basically anything. If you're doing a story focused kind of video, you want to have kind of a storyline put together. Put some thought into storyboarding your video. Storyboarding is basically when you draw out scenes and what order they're going to go in. That's probably a little more advanced. If you really want to go down that road, you can do it, or you can just keep it simple and write it down on a piece of paper, what kind of scenes you're thinking about. Again, make it manageable, make it so that you don't get overwhelmed with the idea of doing these storyboards and everything like that. It's just a video. You don't want to go crazy with it. Some kind of video editing software. There's a lot of great softwares out there. There's a lot of free stuff out there you can use to edit your video. You do not have to be fancy. You can learn video editing software literally in a couple of hours. Take one night and just film yourself and talk and then put that into your video editing software and edit it. Just cut it up. See what you do. You will literally learn it overnight by visit YouTube and learn some tutorials. There's a lot of resources out there on free video editing software. Check it out, look it up. You're going to need some of that as well. Are you going to have any actors? Do you need anybody to help you out? Do you have people that are going to be acting in your video? Do you need a crowd scene? Do you need someone to play the girlfriend? Do you need someone to play the boyfriend? Do you need someone to play the sheriff, or whatever you're doing, whatever kind of video you're shooting? Make sure you arrange those things. Make sure you find those people and then keep those people informed as to what your plan is for the video. Keep in mind, you're dealing with other people's time. They're probably donating their time to you, and you're probably paying them in pizza and beer or whatever. So be mindful of their time as well, their schedule, because shooting a video can be somewhat time consuming. And you just want to be respectful of other people's time. Yes, they love you. Yes, they probably love your music. But at the same time, people have stuff to do in their lives. So make sure you coordinate any kind of extra help ahead of time and communicate with them. Keep those lines of communication as to what's going on, okay? Location scouting. Do you need to do any location areas? Go out and look at some places that you may want to film some scenes. Are you shooting your video in a warehouse with lights and stuff like that? That's always a good one. Make sure you check those locations out. Make sure you have the permission to go to those places and use them. You don't want the cops showing up right in the middle of your video shoot after you spent a whole lot of time setting up lights and setting up a crowd. Clear it with the people who you are borrowing the facilities from, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Basically, you just want to make sure that you have all these things covered before you shoot your video, and you don't want to, but when you get there and you're filming it and you have cameras rolling, or you're filming it and you have other people filming you, time is of the essence. You want to get it done. You want to get it done quick. Especially the bigger productions that you have. If you have a lot of crowd, if you have a crowd scene there, you have your friends shooting it from the crowd, you have a couple people shooting it from their phones. This is a DIY situation. You're doing it yourself. That doesn't necessarily mean you are holding the camera and filming, because it's kind of hard if you're playing in the band, or if you're singing, or if you're acting. You're probably going to have some other people helping you out by shooting some of the film. But you are literally doing it yourself, because you are going to be editing and putting it all together yourself, which is possible. You can do it. Trust me, you can do it. It is not as scary as you think it is. Like I said, those are just a couple tips. You want to plan everything out. If you have all this stuff set up, make sure you make it fun. Make it fun for the people involved. Make it fun, but keep an eye on what your time is and how long you're taking to do things. But make sure it's fun for everybody. Shooting a video is super fun, man. There's nothing like showing off. There's nothing like thinking, oh man, I can't wait till this video drops. It's gonna be my music. I got all my friends here, or I got these people acting in it, or is it just me and my band, or it's just me? We got all the lights. It doesn't matter. Just make it fun. Make it fun for you, because if you do that, you'll have a pleasurable experience, and most likely you'll want to do another one, which you probably will have to anyway if this one does well. So make it fun for you. Make it fun for all the people involved. Be notice of everybody else's time, like I mentioned earlier. That's very important. Here's a little tip, a production tip, is to use lighting. Use some kind of lighting. And when I say that, I know that's a general term, but when you film something on camera, whether it's your phone, whether it's a GoPro, whether it's an HD camera, this is a basic tip, but it's very important. It always comes out darker than what it looks like it's going to be shot at, okay? If you don't use some kind of lighting where you get some extra lights to light the scene, or light the band, or light you, or light what you're filming, it has to be brighter than what you think it is, because it's always, when you take that footage and you load it in your computer, you look at it, it's like, wow, that looks really dark. That's just the nature of the game. Lighting is an essential part of filming, no matter what you're doing. Big budget Hollywood stuff. This podcast here, if you're watching on my YouTube channel, I light this thing up too. I have lights in this room that I'm in, but you have to have some kind of reinforcement lighting to make it look like it's actually even normal. And a lot of people miss out on that. I think that it's too easy. That's really easily overlooked, especially if you're doing this yourself and you don't have someone there helping you who has done this before and knows about lighting, knows about staging, knows about production. That's a very important tip that I wanted to pass on to you, because it'll make your videos look that much better. Now, you don't need fancy lights. You don't need special kind of lights. You just need light. Those working lights, you go to Home Depot and you buy some working lights for $20, $30. Those look great on camera. Trust me, I've used them many times, and you wouldn't even think that would be something you could use, but it is. You can take a video that looks very drab and dreary, and you can make it look poppin' with some great lighting. So remember that. That's a really important tip. And remember to also film your video in sync with, obviously, the song that you're playing. If you are doing a live video where you're playing to your recorded music and it's going to be synced up later, make sure if you have a drummer, make sure the drummer can hear in his ears so he can play to the track, or you're going to have a big PA system and play to the Well, you probably will have a big PA system, some kind of PA system so you can hear the music, obviously, but you want to make sure that you're in sync with what's going on so that when you mix it down later and you produce it in post, what they call post-production, when you take your video and your audio and you sync it together, everything syncs up nicely. There's a lot more advanced topics that we can go into another time, but these are just basic tips and know-how on you doing your own videos. And like I said, doing your own videos is not only important because you get to put out your own video, but because it's going to give you the tools and the knowledge and the skills to keep doing it. And that's probably the most important aspect of you being an artist and musician in this day and age, is that you gain the skills, the knowledge, the confidence to do it yourself. You don't need thousands of dollars to pay someone to do it for you. You can, like I said, you can still do that, but you don't have to do that. The more videos you put out on your own, the more confident you're going to be to do it on your own, and you're going to be saving a lot of money. It's all about autonomy these days, okay? You want to be able to do things on your own as much as you can, because you're going to save money and you're going to be able to put things out when you want on your own schedule, and you're not waiting around for anybody else to do something for you. That's what's really important about these kinds of skills, whether you're filming your own video, whether you're recording your own music, whether you're putting up your own website, whether you're posting your own social media, whether you're sending out your own newsletters. You want to do these things yourself. You want to learn how to do them yourself, because once you can do all these things, guess what? You don't need help from anybody, okay? And you can do it all on your own schedule. Yeah, it's a lot of work, but hey, it's your career, it's your music. No one's going to care about it more than you are, right? So that's why I really feel passionate about video, about learning at least the basic skills to do it yourself, because video is the most important type of media we have today that artists can use to find new fans and to entertain their current ones, okay? So that's this week's podcast. Thanks for checking it out. I appreciate it. I hope I gave some kind of insight and gave you a little more confidence into looking into doing your own videos. Even if you shoot live videos on your phone, you don't have to be fancy. You don't have to have lighting, or you should have lights, but you don't have to have like a big scene. Just do more live videos, do more videos on your phone and post them on Facebook. Start there, start small. That is where you want to be. So thanks again for joining me on this podcast. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe on my YouTube channel, Spotify, Apple Music Podcasts, and check out the Songwriter's Planner, the 6-month planner that helps keep you motivated, productive, and inspired. My name is Mike. I'll see you at the next one. Peace.